Hello, welcome back. So now in this part, we will discuss about the composite bodies. But before discussing composite bodies, we will see centroid of some of the common areas. For example, this is a circular arc segment, and in this case, the centroid will be here, and the coordinate of this centroid will be one coordinate will be this one, and this coordinate can also be calculated using the base because you can see this segment is symmetric, which means the centroid will be located on one axis. I mean, it is symmetric about one axis, which is about the x-axis, and that is why its centroid is located on the x-axis. But it is not symmetric about the y-axis, and that is why we are supposed to determine only one of the coordinate, and that is the this coordinate, and the value for this is already provided here. Similarly, in this case, also circular sector area. Similarly, for quarter and semicircle arcs, so that is the centroid. So its values, its coordinates are already given here. So you can check them for your reference. Similarly, we have some more areas, semi-parabolic area. This is the CG or centroid, and the coordinates are also having the value. Similarly, in case of circle, it will be the center. In this case also, the x parabolic area, rectangular area. So in this case, the CG will be where the diagonal meets. Similarly, in the case of triangle, it will be at 1 by 3h. We have solved a similar example to find out the y bar coordinate. So that is also there. So now talking about the composite body. Now composite bodies are those bodies which are consisting of a series of connected simpler shaped bodies, which may be rectangular, triangular, semicircular. So if we take an example of this wooden section, so the cross sectional shape of this wooden section is T. So that is the composite area. Now this composite area is consisting of two regular figure. One is this rectangle and the second one is this rectangle. So this composite body is made up of two simple rectangle shapes. Similarly, if we take another example, in this case, we have this I section. So this I section is composed of three rectangle. One is the vertical rectangle and the two are the horizontal rectangle. So this becomes the composite area. Or if we talk about the whole body, then it becomes composite bodies. Similarly, you can see the third section, it is composing different shapes like the triangle, square, circle, semicircle. So this is more complicated, more complex shape, and it is consisting of some regular figure. So now this time we are supposed to determine centroid or center of gravity of such complex bodies. So now how can we determine them, that we will see. So as I said, knowing the location of centroid or center of gravity of the simple shaped parts, as you can see, we know the centroid of this single rectangle. We know the centroid of this single rectangle. So knowing them, we can have a process through which we can find out the centroid of a complex area. And this can be done by considering each part as a particle, as we have considered in our previous case where we were differentiating them. So now we can have a procedure through which we can determine the centroid for this complex area. So I have described that process in the next slide. And this method is very simple, effective, and practical method. So in a practical field, whenever we are going to find out the CG or centroid, we generally follow this method. So what is the method that we will see now? So generally we follow this procedure in steps. So whether we have to locate center of gravity or we have to locate centroid, the same method can be followed. So our first step is to have composite parts. So first of all, for example, if we have a body, say this is a T shape. If we have this T shape and we are supposed to find out the centroid of this T section, so in that case, first of all, we have to divide it in the regular figure. So as it is written here, using a sketch, divide the body or object into a finite number of composite parts that have simpler shapes. So this T shape can be divided into two rectangles. So then next what we do is, in this case, suppose if there is a hole in the body, or if there is a hole in the geometric region of an area, then what we do is we consider the composite body of that hole also, and we consider that we calculate that weight or area of that hole, and we consider this as a negative. For example, in this T shape, there is a hole, a circular hole. So this time we have three regular body. One is this rectangle, second one is this rectangle, and the third regular body is this circle. But the area of this circle we will treat as negative. So that is we do when we have a cutout or hole. Then we calculate the moment arms, or in other terms, we calculate x approx, y approx for the smaller regular shaped body. So again, I'm making a diagram. Say in this case, now we have this T shape. So first, what we have done is we have cut this T into two regular figure. So one is this rectangle and the second one is this rectangle. Then we are supposed to find out their x approx, y approx with reference to x and y axis. So which means we have to first put the whole diagram on the x and y coordinate system, and then we will say we consider this as rectangle 1, rectangle 2. So these two rectangles have their own CG or centroid, say this one. So the coordinate of this centroid with reference to y, we consider this as y approx, say y approx 1. Similarly, the centroid of the second rectangle will be here. So the coordinate with reference to y, we can consider this as y approx 2. Similarly, then we will find out the vertical coordinate like this one. This will be with reference to x. Say we are considering this as x bar. Similarly, for this second, the vertical coordinate will be, sorry, this is x approx 1, this is x approx 2. So this is what we do. This is about finding the x approx, y approx, z approx depending on the type of body. And after that, we try to find out x bar, y bar, z bar of the complex body. So now what is x bar, y bar, z bar? These are actually the coordinate of the centroid or CG of body. So in this case, for example, for this T shape, the centroid is this one. Centroid of the whole T shape will be here. So in that case, we are supposed to find out the coordinate x bar. Similarly, the y bar, this one, yeah, this it will become y bar. So this we can find out using the same equation that we have used earlier, that is equation 5. So once we find out that if an object, as it is written here, if an object is symmetrical about an axis, the centroid of the object lies on this axis. Say, as we have taken the example of this T. So you can see this T shape is symmetric about one axis. Say, if I make x-axis and y-axis, so you can see this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So this T shape is not symmetrical about x-axis because you can see Uh, if we divide the whole body along the line of x-axis, then you can see half of this body is not similar to the remaining half. But in case of y-axis, if we divide the body along the y-axis, then you can see half of this t is similar to the half of the other one. So it means we can say that this figure t, it is symmetrical about one axis, and that is about y-axis, but it is not symmetrical about x-axis. So in that case, we can say that centroid will be lying on the axis about which this figure is symmetric. So it is symmetric about y-axis. So our centroid of the whole t will be lying along the y-axis, which means we have already found the uh, we have already found the x coordinate, which is 0. We are just required to find out this coordinate, which is the y bar. So in that case, we only find out one coordinate because the other one is already found because of this symmetricity. So we will understand this process by solving example. So in the next part, we will take example to see how we can find out the centroid of complicated or complex shape. So that we will see in the next part. Thank you.